What's going on, family? This is episode 81 of the Pharaohs podcast. I'm your host, Solomon, and I am joined, as always, by Mr. What's Good himself, Israel.
What's good, everybody?
What's going on? What's good, bro? How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Another day to be great, Made it to Monday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
How you feeling?
sir. Yeah, man, I'm feeling pretty good, man. I shout out to all the new subscribers that's adding us on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify. Spotify, shout out to the Spotify listeners that just want to hear our voice. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got this mic. I'm trying to, be as crisp as I can be for the listeners out there. So shout out to them. Off the top, please like and subscribe, share the podcast to the people. We are steady growing, a nice steady growth of the channel. So please make sure you all are sharing, liking, and subscribing, and leave your comments too in case you guys see this video later and you guys want to comment on a topic. You guys are free to, leave a comment and things of that nature. So oh yeah, got to do this right away. Make sure you all are also checking in before the Pharaohs podcast gets started. Mondays with Makita on TikTok. Okay. Mondays with Makita on TikTok every Monday, 4 p.m., 4:10, at least about 4:10. Check in with the elect Empress Makita um on her page on TikTok at Sugar Bolly. That's SUGABOLLY. All right. Every Monday around 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the people that's in the South or on the East Coast. All right, family. You know how we think we start these things off. How was your weekend, bro? How was going what was going on with you on
Man,
this fall weekend in Atlanta, Georgia?
crazy part. Oh, man, my bad. I'm eating some food. It's hot.
It's always dinner time when you come on the podcast.
Crazy part. I know, right? I did not spend 404 day in Atlanta.
Mm,
So, so I went on a road trip to Huntsville,
uh-huh.
Alabama with my motorcycle club.
Okay. Hmm. That's crazy.
That's something hot. So
Was you
we
doing a
went
hot
to
chip challenge over there, bro?
man, at this point, that's what it seemed like. Uh, we went to this day party of a motorcycle club for their anniversary. Then we went to their anniversary party, and
Mhm.
oh, excuse me, I'm going through it over here. Hold up.
Yeah, I can tell, I can see. Jesus, man, you need to get it together, man. Stop trying to do hot chip challenges, bro. What's
But
going on with you?
and so the anniversary party was lit, and then me and my club we won for the largest MC on iron there on the motorcycle clubs. Granted, it was kind of raining that night. Uh, it was eventfully. It was very eventful weekend, and yeah, Sunday short ride turned into a long ride.
Mhm. From Alabama?
Yeah, Huntsville, because one dude, Screw, was coming out his motorcycle, had to stop a couple of times. Then my motorcycle decided the battery wanted to die, so had to get another battery.
Dang.
A whole bunch of wild stuff. Yeah, so I'm like, look, when we got back, I'm like, don't talk to me till like Wednesday. I'll talk to y'all then or something. I need to decompress. Don't want to ride the motorcycle until later on this week. Like, I'm gonna get in my car and just drive away.
That's crazy. Oh man, my
Not doing
weekend.
nothing, but yeah. Good vibes, positive energy over there in Huntsville, Alabama. Might go back. Hop, skip, and a jump. How was your weekend?
My weekend was all business, no play this time. Just a bunch of work, getting my money, my funds up. You know what I'm saying? 404 day was lit. Everybody was outside. I mean, everybody was outside. I mean, the people, the college students at Morehouse and Spelman and Clark and everything like that. Then you got the
Yeah.
people, wild people down in the, the
Mhm.
outskirts of Atlanta. I'm like, man, y'all having a ball out here down at Edgewood where all the, those places
Yeah.
they like to club at and party. I'll be like, bro, y'all is lit. They was having a good old time.
Oh yeah. And it's spring break this week.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
God. So many people from the airport going to either out the city or coming into the city talking about, yeah, I'm here for spring break. Hey, y'all keep that energy that y'all had in Houston, because Houston was wild. Y'all go
Yeah.
back over there. Don't bring that to Atlanta. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah. Houston was wild. It seemed like mid March all the way through April was spring break.
Yeah. 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 It's busting. It's busting out there. Trying to think. Do I have anything off the top outside of the announcements I just did? Um I don't think so. I think we can go into the first. I am very upset off the top. I'm very upset. I don't know what y'all doing in Chicago, but why did y'all release Angel Reese and
Oh
now she's signed? Now the WNBA player Angel Reese
man,
is
in
now
Atlanta.
signed to Atlanta. What is y'all doing?
Man, they messing up. That's what they doing. Sound like they just giving it out, man. They just giving anybody away. They probably got some money for it. What was the trade?
Um First round pick next year and first round pick the year after that. Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, that's the first round picks ain't no joke. I mean, you got two chances to get one of the best players that's coming up out the draft.
They don't seem like they making good decisions though.
Yeah,
Angel Reese,
I definitely don't agree with that. Chicago, I don't know what y'all got. Chicago Sky. This is just off the top. This ain't one of the topics, but I had to think about this when I seen this news story. Chicago Sky. I don't know what y'all doing, but y'all messing up. The Bulls already suck. I got the head
right?
on, but the
And
Bulls
then the
already suck.
Bears. He's sending the Bears to Indiana. Chicago is screwing
No,
everything
the
up.
Bears bet not go to Indiana. I'm gonna be very disappointed in them. But for y'all to trade Angel Reese is I don't understand why. She's the one draw that y'all had for the
Right.
WNBA. Like
And
at the at the
right. And she worth more
and
than
what's the
just
what's the
two
Atlanta
round
basketball
picks.
team called?
They need
The Dream. Dream
like 3, 4 the next 4 round picks. 5 round picks for her. Like, I mean, the next 5 first round picks, like
That's too much.
maybe three. Three.
Angel, they got two. Angel ain't proved herself yet. She's popular, but she hasn't proved herself to
She the
be
only reason why
like
people watch it.
this phenomenal basketball player. She not Asia Wilson, Bam Anabayu's girlfriend,
Okay.
fiance, whatever she is. Like that's the leading scorer, the one that put up 53 points in the WNBA. Nobody else has that many points before. Like
That's crazy.
she's not Asia Wilson. She's Angel Reese. She just got started, but she's such a good piece for Chicago to pay attention to WNBA in Chicago.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know who else is on that team.
I don't either. I don't even know what's the Atlanta team. They traded her to a nobody team. Who's
Hold
on it?
on now. Oh, I
Who's
don't know
on
who's
this
on.
team?
Okay,
What's the name of the team? I don't even know the name of the
the
team.
Atlanta Dream. I had to think about it. It's the Atlanta Dream. But angels are supposed to be. Don't they fly? They supposed to be in the sky, bro. Why not a dream? I
Angel
feel
is in
like
a
an
dream.
angel dream, a dream of angels. I don't know.
You dreamt of an angel.
You
Yeah.
dreamt of an angel. All right, okay. Speaking of dreams and sky, family, we have the first moon trip, and people who can't see me, I'm air quoting. The first moon trip in 50 years,
Oh shit.
family. But they're not even landing on the moon. They're doing a flyby.
Are they
They're doing a
charging for this?
flyby, and I'm going to charge it for.
Are they charging for this flyby?
Well, they sent the astronauts, so I don't know what they're doing.
No, they just sending people. They probably charging because they need money now. That's crazy.
So this is so-called the image family that they had took of the Earth, and I'm just zooming in a little bit so people can kind of see it a little bit. Uh, I I believe that this graphic is CGI. I just don't. I don't.
What do you
You
think the
can't
Earth look
convince me
like?
that this is. I remember I told you what I think. The Earth is flat.
Show if it's flat. How
We're
they
in a
get it
we're in a
into space?
dome. We're in a dome. That's
So
that's
you
that's
don't think
my.
you can see underneath the Earth then?
You could, but why would they show that picture?
Uh,
So that's just my theories, people. Y'all don't gotta listen to
they
me. Y'all
need a
can think I'm
video.
crazy,
They
all
should
that
have
stuff.
a
They need a
video.
video. They need a video. They don't only need a video. They need like something. They need to, I don't know, other people need to
Like,
show up and show
how can
and
space right? How can space be space and you it's a picture of the Earth, but you don't see no asteroids, you don't see no other stars, you don't see the galaxy. Like,
you don't see no stars. Yeah, they think we pretty stupid, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I think they think we're really dumb. Some of us are, but we're gonna talk about who's
yeah,
really dumb
people
on this
prove
show
how
today.
stupid they is. They show me how stupid they are every day. Every day.
So my question is real, and I think this is a question a lot of people are thinking too. If we were able to land on the moon in the 1960s, how come we're only doing a flyby of the moon in 2026?
It was probably fake. It was probably fake. Who knows? Because we need real people to be like, how come they can't have Oprah or somebody go up there like, yeah, I'm out here, guys. You know, Oprah or get some of the president, like some influential, important political people to get out there on the moon and be like, yeah, it's real or something like that. Like, show me a video of you picking up something off of the moon so we know it's real.
hmm Yeah, I agree with you. I believe that, of course, spirit conspiracy theory hat on, of course. That was a Hollywood movie production. Like I say,
Yeah.
the common sense question is, if we were able to land on the moon in the past, how come with the advancement of technology, with Elon Musk, with the SpaceX program partnering with NASA, you have all of these new rocket ships, you have brand new astronauts. How come you cannot land on the moon in 2026? They're saying that within the next 10 years, we'll land back on the moon. Wait a second.
10 years, a
So
long time.
this year you can fly by the moon, but you can't next year you can't just land on it, or even in 6 months. That's a big red flag to me. I don't know if anybody's really paying attention to NASA. Maybe they don't because it's NASA. Maybe people ain't into space exploration as we used to be back in the 1900s. But as of today, for us to say that you landed on the moon, you had pictures and a footprint and all this other stuff and a flag, and you're telling me that we have an international space station which is fairly close to what's in the space and on Earth. I mean, what's in space and near the moon. We can't easily do this within the next 6-month period. I just think it's a bunch of, BS, honestly.
Definitely.
Um,
Definitely so.
it questions a lot of stuff. It's a lot of deep dive theory of why they even be wanting to go to Mars and how Mars even look itself. Oh my God. I want to get into that, but we ain't got time today. But we can definitely get into a deep dive of actually like, so if you've never been to the moon, how can you fly to another planet? And I got a theory about how that even works. Um,
Hmm.
Speaking of another goofy thing that happened, or another conspiracy theory that's going on, is that your boy Trump just did something again that was a little
That's your
strange.
man.
That ain't my man. I'm not claiming that craziness that he out here doing. Because it's update time of the war. We're still at war, guys. It's April 6th. We're still at war. We're still in Iran. We're still bombing stuff. They're still holding on to the oil, which the oil is being held, I guess, captive. They're not letting the oil ships flow through like they supposed to. And it's a global place. It's called the Strait of Hormuz, which I was trying to get to a few weeks ago or last week, but I didn't have the correct terminology for it. But this is what the Strait of Hormuz look like. It's basically right under Iran and in between Iraq and right by the Indian Ocean. Okay. So all of that oil, that's why you see where Israel is at, you see Iraq and you see Iran in the picture. It's one of the most narrowest places for like all of the oil ships to go. So Iran is blocking the passageway of all the oil ships, and this is why all of the gas prices are going up still. I know Israel, you say you don't look at the gas price, you just put it in. Well, you're gonna start noticing if you got to put $60 just to go up the street.
Oh man, look,
You
I t-
you gonna start noticing.
look. Crazy thing. I think I put So last week I was like, I'm gonna pay attention this week how much gas I put in. How much gas I put in. So I put about $100 in there last week. $50 on Monday and $50 on Friday. And
Damn.
yeah, the thing is though, when I fill up the tank, it kind of lasts longer. And that's
Yeah,
just with me going to and from work. Just
yeah,
driving to work and coming back home. And then yeah, it burned a little bit slower. But so that was last week. The week before last, it was like I was putting $20 in, $25, and it seemed like that it lasts for like a day and a half. And I'm like, dang, I gotta fill up again. Then I probably spent more money when I was just putting like $25 in and not filling up the tank versus filling up the tank.
yeah.
So yeah. So when I did look, I was like, I think gas. So I put 89 up in my maximum. And it's about like 450 or something. And I'm like, look, I'm finna go down to 87 in a minute because this is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah. So Trump, of course, is still throwing his little temper tantrums, family. And he's like, all right, y'all got 48 hours to open up the Strait of Hormuz, or we gonna bomb the whole country of Iran. I He's saying it. I don't believe he gonna do it though. I feel
He
like
might
this
just
is
wake up.
another.
We might wake up one night or one morning and be like, yeah, he bombed Iran last night. Like, what? When did he find time to do this? When is his bedtime?
uh
He gonna
yeah,
wake up,
he's
roll
been
over, and
tripping.
push a button. That's what he gonna do.
The war is so unnecessary. Nobody, when you ask the regular, like the everyday citizen of the United States, everybody's even confused on why this is even happening. Now, a lot of people who did the research understand that the country of Israel uh wanted to needed help supposedly of containment in the war that they had going on with Iran, and of course they called the United States. For layman's terms and simple terms, for people to understand what's going on, we are allies with Israel. Israel is like our little brother type of deal. It's a smaller country, so I would say a little brother. Anytime Israel, they say Israel controls the United States, like along with the Vatican and all of these other countries, Europe. Everybody is like, anytime they have an issue over there, they're going to call the United States. So that's what supposedly happened. They called the United States, asked for help, and then that's why we decided to start airstriking um Iran. But Iran, supposedly we bombed. Remember back in last June when we bombed and took out some of their so-called nuclear weapons facilities and all that stuff. Supposedly they don't supposed to have no more bombs, but they've been going crazy. The White House is reporting that Iran only has 3 missiles left. I disagree. I don't
You
agree with
can't
none of it. I
tell
don't
me they
think this
ain't
is. I
got
don't
no more
believe it at
bullets.
all, bro. I don't believe none of that stuff. They be saying stuff on the internet and putting it out to the press and the masses, and they be lying.
You can't tell me they ain't
So
got no more missiles. That's like saying we ain't got no more bullets. Like what? They making them every day, B. Every day.
supposedly we stopped the mass production of it
You know
last
what?
June.
Speaking of that, I might have to go buy me some more bullets just because, before
Yeah,
stuff start getting like $40,
yeah,
$50 a box again.
yeah.
Crazy work, man.
Crazy, crazy work. And then another situation where of course Trump is in unpleased is the firing of this lady here. Her name is Kristi Noem. Um and there's a couple stories about her that's going around. First of all, if people don't know who this person is, this white lady right here, she is the former US Secretary of Homeland Security. Okay. So on March 5th, um, President Trump fired Kristi Noem as the U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security following mounting pressure over a controversial $220 million border security ad campaign and management issues. She was replaced by Senator Mark Wayne Mullen. Okay. Um,
Mm.
and just to really like get into this whole thing, he basically fired her because she misused $220 million worth of money from federal funds to do a campaign about the wall and all this other stuff. That's what they claim, that this is the official report they gave to the masses of why she was fired. On the other hand, she was fired because of the mismanagement of the Epstein files. Why is that important? Well, we
Mm.
didn't report on this, but I guess I could say it now. Um, they deleted 5,000 files from the 3 million that they already released. They deleted 5,000 files of
Files.
Trump's name of the Epstein files. So they blocked it out. They
That's a
redacted
lot.
it and they deleted it. Israel, what you got to say about this story?
That's a lot of files to be redacted and deleted. You know he gotta be guilty because
Mhm.
why you taking his name out? You know he was seen there. You got pictures of him there, so I'm sure he was doing a lot. But the fact that he had his name taken out and redacted is crazy. What is he? Almost got me thinking like, is he trying to save face? Of course, but it's like, what was he out here doing?
Remember, we already reported Israel a couple weeks ago that Congress decided to not prosecute any of the people that's in Congress or the House of Representatives, any wrongdoing that they might have been doing when it comes to any sexual allegations.
Yeah, they
So
all freaked
so
out, man.
basically they already told on themselves that they don't want to tell the world or prosecute any of the people any of the politicians that were involved in these Epstein files.
So they should be safe then. That's why they let revamp and stuff.
But it's wrong. Even though they might be safe, it's wrong. Cause it's like any other person, if they were black, they just arrested 240 some people in Texas last year for a so-called sex trafficking ring or whatever they had going on. So you telling me you can't arrest the same people in the Epstein files because they're politicians? You don't want to say anything about it? This
Basically, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but that's foolishness to me. I think we got to do something as a group of people, as the American citizens. You do know that we the ones that shape reality. We don't have to allow the government to do whatever they want to do to us. We don't have to allow that at all. So for them to continue to just play in our face, it's the most weirdest thing ever. And then not only that she got fired, Kristi Noem got fired because of that Epstein file, so-called protection, and the $220 million that came up in her so-called campaign ad for the wall. Um, her husband, so she stands on no transgender stuff. Her husband decided to go online and expose himself as a cross-dresser. I'm not going to show the picture here because I don't.
That's crazy.
It's white people stuff. They
Yeah, them
he's
people.
he's literally got like these inflatable breasts he put on and took a picture of himself. Yeah, it's weird. I'm not going to show it
Did
here
they
on
get
our
there?
podcast.
What are they doing? That's
Yeah,
wild stuff, man.
they do more wild stuff than we get to hear about, bro. That the most craziest thing is remember we talked about the Ellen DeGeneres thing, where supposedly she supposedly is a cannibal. She be eating people, right? The
Eating
alleged
fetuses.
people.
Who she eat?
Allegedly one of her girlfriends, and another
These,
actress. Huh?
these people are sickening.
Yes, they are. They are sick. They make you want to run around like this.
Ah! That's crazy.
So yeah, it's a lot going on. I mean, at some point, I seen this little joke that was online circling online. They said the Epstein files is so bad that Trump had to start a war with Iran, had to do a fake moon mission,
Redirect our attention.
redirect our whole attention to all the stuff that's going on, because the Epstein files is so bad. At this point, and so then the new person that took Kristi Noem's job, Israel, um said that he isn't going to release any more of the Epstein file. So it's horrible. You muted.
He probably in Epstein's files. That's why.
A lot of them are. A lot of
They
them are.
so freaked out, man. It's like, dude, we know you out here playing with little kids, you taking it in the butt, and you doing all this crazy stuff. Like, it's
Yeah.
just the fact that people are knowing now. But I don't know. It's like they can't separate it, you know. Business
It,
and pleasure. It's their extracurricular business activity.
remember the two conspiracies about why the whole war even started was one that they're looking for the Stargate or the so-called portals in Iran, and then two, the other conspiracy was it started because Iran supposedly hacked Israel's database, and they found out the information about the Epstein files and stuff like that. and they were going to release it. So that's why, they got blackouts over there. Remember I told you about the blackouts and stuff of
Yeah.
anything being reported. First of all, one of the reports is allegedly that the US is losing. That's one of the reports, that the US is actually losing, allegedly losing the war right now. They don't want that information getting out. They want everybody to think we're okay.
But the crazy part is if we do lose and then some crazy stuff happens, we're like, yo, what happened? Now we got a whole new country over here taking over the White House. That would be crazy work. We wake up one day like, y'all not relaying the information.
Exactly. But they do that. You think they ever do? Bro, they not gonna tell their business.
This
Especially because
media,
it's a Mhm.
yeah, this media is fixed just like overseas. Like they don't let them see certain things. I'm sure the same thing for us.
Propaganda is a thing. The a person who have master illusion is a master wizard, the master of sorcery. A person who is able to get you to pay attention. Hey, look at my right hand, and I do some tricks with my left hand. Is a person that has the ability to master their magic. And what propaganda is something similar to that. We lie to the American people. We lie about what we got going on just so that you don't see what's really going on. The old cities, like when the Great Chicago Fire, Chicago has been built upon another city that's underground. Atlanta has been built upon another city that has been burned down. Segregation, Jim Crow, dead bodies, all of these things. New York, old York was what it was before. It has been again upon another city. All of these cities that we're living in right now, that's why they have so much underground stuff, because there's still a city underneath the city.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You gotta pay attention to history. And then another problem I'm having is why they keep trying to erase every single thing of Black history. Like Trump is tweaking. He went to the African American Smithsonian, which I need to visit. I've never visited that. He told them
Where is
that
it?
some stuff can't be. Let me see. But I need to visit that place because before he, deletes they'll tell him to delete everything. It's in Washington
I don't
D.C.
know when that's in Washington, D.C. I
Is it in Washington
wouldn't be surprised if that place burned down
D.C.?
accidentally, coincidentally.
Yeah, so then they're changing, they talking about don't talk about slavery no more. So it's like once you take away the Black history of America, you're trying to say, well, okay, it's over, don't talk
They're
about it
trying to
no more.
whitewash. That's
You're gonna
definitely what they're doing.
Well, one thing is you're gonna take away a lot of purpose. Once you take away history, you take away a lot of purpose too. The
Absolutely.
the new age Black people, they're not going to care about actually fixing or doing something with their race. We also now in a time period where interracial dating is higher than it used to be.
They trying to make it like that, make it the new norm.
So we got a lot of stuff going on that's getting changed, but nobody's really talking about it, or they're not paying attention. Like I say, you taking away the Black history, that takes away a lot of like our advancement of what we want to do as a people. We're just gonna merge, continue to merge with these people, with the white people. And I'm not trying to sound so-called racist on here, but it's like all we're doing is just mixing with the other people. There is no like all of our,
There's
which
no purpose.
yeah, it's like you forgetting that your ancestors, or even because some people say, well, we're not, some of us not descendants of slaves. Some of us just descendants of kings and queens and all that stuff. We've never been to slavery. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. But there were black people in the 1960s that is widely documented during the civil rights movement of being mistreated by white people. This is not something you can, some people want to guess if slavery was real. You don't have to guess about the civil rights movement. There were literally segregation and black people being mistreated because of the color of their skin. That is real, true history. You don't got to go too far back. You can ask a grandparent, was this happening? They're going to tell you yes.
It'd be crazy if there was reverse racism played out. Like, yo, now we treat
Well,
them people that way because of color. Like, yo, you ain't even dark, you ain't even black. Like, this is not your. We don't even talk to you people. Go sit over there. Or reverse racism, like when they come over here, we go walk over there because this ain't for you. Nah,
oh yeah, what they be
crazy.
saying, you can't sit with us. Um,
Right.
well, the reason why there isn't reverse racism, and I love this type of conversation. The reason why black people, and it's not because all black people are scared, because they kill each other, they hurt each other, right? The reason why black people is there isn't a reverse racism in the United States of America is because of the country laws and policies. The white man came and did all of these type of things to your ancestors, to your grandmother and grandfather. And then for the black people to not retaliate, they made it hard and legalized. You can't hurt us back. So if you went to on a craze binge and wanted to just start being racist and start killing people and lynching white people, you're going to go to jail for life, or they might execute you. Back then, they wasn't doing that to them. So what they did, they put in laws to protect black people. They would to protect white people from black people. That is why, if you ever wanted to wonder to yourself, how come black people never stood up for themselves or hurt them back or whatever like that, or why? How come black people ain't never just go crazy and just take the country by force? You cannot do that. They legally put in laws where once you start a rebellion, they're going to put you out of your misery. That's why. That's why people are kind of timid. Not saying that everybody's scared. The reason they're timid about being aggressive against the white man, because they know once they do it, they might not have first, they might not have a lot of backup. And two, because they know they're going to go to jail for life. White people, on the other hand, it's just like you went and stole somebody's house, or you robbed somebody in their house, and you said it's your house now, and then they want to come and take the, they not no punks. They want to take the house back from what you stole from them, but they can't because you called your lawyers and the police and all that other stuff and said this is my property now, and if they step foot on my property, they got to go to jail for trespassing. That's what the white man did to the black man. I love talking about why we don't retaliate, because they legally put it where you can't retaliate.
Should have went the Malcolm X route.
Well, I mean, they keep talking about how Martin Luther King was all into these white girls, so
Yeah, I wouldn't be
that's
surprised if
why.
some pictures surface up. Same thing with Dr. Umar,
You still on him.
Wouldn't be
Hey,
surprised.
update. He said that the school should be open by the end of next year, I think.
That's a good span to push us off for a minute. Let us forget, and then have him say the next year. So hey, doing good. Yo, he keeping us on the rim. Like, yo, next year. And then next year we didn't forget last year. He said next year. So then next year he be like, yo, next year. Like, all right. That's
Well, I
better.
got a question for you, Israel. Now that you brought up Dr. Umar and his school, do you think people are going to volunteer to teach there? He publicly said that they're only teaching African stuff. So they're
I mean,
only going to teach the Black history.
volunteer, maybe if they retired, yeah, but people gonna want to get paid for their services. Because if
No,
I'm
I'm saying no. They're going to get paid. They're going
okay,
to get paid. He said the school is based off tuition, but I'm saying like, you think people are going to sign up, be like send a resume in, like I really want to work for you. I want to work at this school.
yeah, probably so. The money looking right, yeah, absolutely.
I
Want to
don't
be
know.
a part of making history.
I think some people might get scared to work at Dr. Umar's school of Pan
Man,
Africanism.
they'll be. I don't know. I think he'd have a good turnout. What
I
he'd
think you
have?
have a good turnout, but I just think some people would be scared though. They'd be like,
Yeah, of
some
course.
people
Some
don't want to. Some people don't want to make history. You have to be bold. You have to be a person. This is why I'm the way I am. And a lot of people probably like, misjudge me or feel like I'm too aggressive or too forward for certain things. But that's how you have to be when you're trying to do something different and special. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people who are very scared to really live in a purpose. And it's another thing. A lot of people are scared to die. They want to live a long time on earth. But if not
on
all
life.
missions are long.
Legendary one. I want a long life, a legendary one. What do you say?
Yeah.
Want a quick death and an easy one.
But when your purpose is fulfilled, you gotta go. You
Mm.
did you only here for your divine timing. You're only here for what you're supposed to be here for. Now, if you're supposed to be here long, you will be. If you're supposed to be here short, you will be. But your lifespan is on purpose. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing is on purpose. But a lot of Black people don't want to die for nothing no more. They say back then when my grandparents was harder. I'm not, I'm not them. Some people say they is. Some people be like, I wish I was in slavery. You wouldn't have did nothing. You would have sat there and said, yes, massa,
I just can't. It's just like mind
like the
boggling.
rest
I'm
of
like,
them.
all them people, I'm like, y'all just, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like, how you let somebody come in your house and take what's yours and then make you they slave and you be okay with it, which is
Well,
crazy.
remember, we had also said this on the podcast to Israel that you got to remember other Black people sold Black people to the Europeans.
Yeah, yeah. But still, once you figure it out, it's like once you figure out somebody trying to jump you, you just gonna stay there.
Mm,
You ain't gonna fight. You ain't gonna fight.
some people did. But they don't want to teach you about Nat Turner. They don't teach the kids about that. They don't teach the kids about rebellion. They teach the kids about
Submissiveness. If they tell you
and
no, just say
passive.
okay. Don't
Yeah.
ask why. Just say okay.
Well, this is why on the podcast we do a balance. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna tell you about the soft leaders. No, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say soft. The leaders that who took a more passive route, and we're gonna talk about the leaders who stood on business and they unalived some people behind their word. So it's a balance. Not everybody hardcore and hard body. Sometimes you can get things over with a speech, and sometimes you can get things over with a sword. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, family. Now the main event. Why y'all really here? Bro, we gotta talk about what is going on with this brother right here, Pooh Shiesty. This is crazy. I if if that was a dumb decision, was a purpose, or was a problem? All
I
right.
don't even know what he looked like.
Oh, because he always had on that shiesty mask. Oh, they
Yeah.
call it the shiesty mask. Well, it was really a ski mask, but they call it the shiesty mask. Anyway, rapper Gucci Mane was allegedly kidnapped at gunpoint in Dallas earlier this year, leading to the arrest of 8 men, including a fellow artist signed to his label, officials say. Prosecutors allege rapper Pooh Shiesty, born Lontrell Williams Jr., led the ambush under the guise of a meeting. So he disguised it as a meeting, holding Gucci Mane captive inside of a recording studio and forcing him to sign papers to release him from his contract. Gucci Mane founded his label 1017 Records in 2007, and Pooh Shiesty was signed as an artist in 2020. The defendants, who are yet to enter their pleas, could face life in prison if convicted. 8 of the 9 defendants were arrested on Wednesday in Dallas, Memphis, and in Nashville, and charged in federal court with kidnapping and armed robbery. One of them is still out at large. They ain't catch the other person yet. The incident took place on January 10th. A federal complaint says when Pooh Shiesty was supposed to be under house arrest for a previous arms conspiracy conviction. He allegedly joined by 8 co-defendants, including his father, Lontrell Williams Sr.
Not the daddy. Daddy helping them? Man, they got a lot going on.
He also allegedly stole Gucci Mane's wedding ring, his watch, earrings, and cash. One of the victims was choked and injured and had his Rolex watch, Louis Vuitton bag, AirPods, and wallet stolen from him. Within hours of leaving the Dallas studio, a number of the defendants were seen on social media displaying some of the items that they have stolen and robbed from the victims.
That's wild.
All right, it's bro, I'm trying not to laugh at this. I'm trying not to laugh at this because bro you was on house arrest. You just got out of jail. You got out of jail early. Let's start there. You did 5 years. You got out.
Wasn't long enough. He should have did 6. He would have been all right. This wouldn't have happened. Maybe he should have did the whole.
He should have did the whole thing. Whatever it was that they fenced him. Okay. I'm gonna just start right here. First of all, because there's a lot to break down. Because I want to talk about one, a toxic father. I want to talk about biting the hand that feeds you when it comes to Gucci Mane and things of that nature. Okay, let's start first of all with just what we already read, the charges and stuff. You just got out of jail. You're on probation. You're on a damn ankle monitor. You're on house confinement to serve out your probation. You didn't think they was gonna check to see where you was gonna be at?
Guilty. Automatic going back.
You automatically going back for the violation of your probation. You on parole. You're going to go back just off the strength of not being in the crib when they was checking for you. That's one. 2, you're not supposed to, the terms of your probation, you're not supposed to be around no guns.
He going back. They said if he violated probation, I thought it's an automatic go back. Like
he already in there. Yeah, he in there right now. Yeah,
Okay.
he already in there.
And then they got a retrial.
He already in there. And they got a retrial him for the new charges.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is robbery and kidnapping. Then not only that, your daddy is there with you while this whole thing is going down. Supposedly he didn't didn't put a gun out on nobody or nothing like that. What the role they say he played was him standing by the door and not letting nobody out.
So is that an accessory?
I guess so, because he he's at his house now and on his confinement at, at his house. So I don't know. That seemed like he probably gonna be telling, or he probably might get a lesser charge. I don't know.
So
Something. But
conspiracy.
this gotta be the most
Premeditated.
dumbest. This gotta be the most dumbest thing I've ever seen before. While you're on probation, bro, you could wait till you got out.
Like,
Nah,
they couldn't just have a conversation. He just had to rob him.
he just had to, I guess. So he wanted it to be a business meeting, trying to get the release from his contract from Gucci Mane. Now I can see Gucci Mane saying, "Hell no, you're not getting out this contract," because that's what they do at these labels.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But also, if you do your lawyer 101, this is why I want black people to start reading more legal stuff. If you do your lawyer 101, any contract that is signed out of duress is automatically voided in the court of law. So let's say he never got in trouble, and let's say he did right, he signed them, and dated it and all that stuff. When it's time to present this somewhere in a legal form, they're gonna say, "Did you do this under duress?" Now Gucci Mane, they say he ain't snitching. He keeping it real. He keeping it, you know what I'm saying? He keeping it street code. He ain't telling himself.
But somehow somebody knows something, because how they in jail?
One, because they got physical evidence of one of the white boys, the cameraman, got choked. He got marks on him. And then the other one they robbed was a so-called off or retired police officer. It's a lot going on with this story. What's your thoughts on this whole situation?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on this, Israel? What you want to say about him or this whole thing?
Stupid. When he should have either had some other people do it for him. They could have went a whole bunch of other ways. Be like, hey, can we make alterations to the deal? Maybe I put out another album, then cut it, and you could have it or something. But if you on probation and you going towards this, it's like if you wanted to go back to jail, you should have said that. You could have just been like, hey, I want to go back in because I feel too tempted for this freedom. It's too free for me. Like crazy work, man.
Yeah,
not the brightest.
I want to touch on.
Yeah.
No, that was such a dumb. This is the dumbest thing I could think about. I don't care about nobody standing on business, and because a lot of people saying that too online. Oh, he's standing on business. You know what I'm saying? He a real one and all this other. Yeah, okay, y'all. If y'all think that's cool to stay in jail for the rest of y'all life, that's on y'all.
People gonna forget about you. They ain't gonna send no money to you.
Nothing. They don't care. You just he been in there. How long he's been in there? Oh, what did he go in there for? Don't even remember what happened. He just in jail for 50 years. Anyway,
free labor.
I want to touch on two things. Like I said, one, the father. Let's talk about toxic fathers and how we are. Some people who have that mentality, that street mentality, that have been raising their sons to have the same mentality. This is a danger to our culture. These are the men who some of the black women have complained about. Oh, this black man isn't being a man. He's being sassy. He's being this and that and the other because he hasn't stood up to be a man. This is the reason why fathers who have not took the time out to say, you know what, son, that might not be a great idea. You know what, son, let's get a lawyer to fix this situation. You know what, son, let's play it in a different type of strategy instead of going to Gucci Mane and putting a gun to him and having other people put guns to him and then rob him and then put another stupid thing. Why would you put what you took online on social media? Why would you show that? They're showing evidence that you're guilty of a crime because now all the police have to do is go to your live, go to whatever you posted online, and then they say, "Is this yours, sir?" And they're gonna say, "Yes, that's mine." So you're now found guilty automatically of robbery just off of taking his money, chains, cash, whatever it is, and then posting it saying, "Look what I found, y'all. Look what I got." Another thing, I'm pretty sure Pooh Shiesty was not a millionaire before he signed that deal. So you're biting the hand that just fed you. You just glowed up from whatever situation you and your family had. We didn't know about you, Lontrell Williams Jr., aka Pooh Shiesty. We didn't know who you were until you signed that contract with Gucci. Was the contract good? We can go do a deep dive and find out if it was or if it wasn't. But if it was not, does the first thought of your mind was to go and take it by force, that means you have not intellectually understood how you can fight somebody that have misused you in a court of law. That's why we as a people need to get our legal game up. You got to read thoroughly. If you don't understand words, you go get somebody who have been educated on a lot of different labels and recording contracts that can help you out. Or you do the research yourself. Get smarter. We as human beings we can continue to get smarter, bro. We don't have to be stupid. Ignorance is a choice. You can keep learning as much as you want. It's not illegal to learn like how it used to be. So biting the hand that feeds you this does nothing. If you was making $100,000 and now you're making $1.5 million, I'm going to be grateful. And then like I said, if I don't like the contract, I'm gonna negotiate out of it. Negotiations does not fall through, like how Israel just said. All right, how about this? Let me drop this one album. You keep all of the proceeds of this one album. Whatever monetary money I receive, anything that I receive from this album is yours. I just won't release from this contract. And that could have been a great negotiation tactic, honestly. Because then whatever money, because it probably would have been, they probably would have got so much money off that. And then he would have left and made more money on his own, independently. So stop biting the hand that feeds you. And we got to learn to overcome the toxic fathers. Did you see the mama online too?
Nah, I ain't seen the mama. I just been
Man, the mama was online talking about my son a real slime. Oh, dang, the mama
yeah,
about
he
that
gonna be
fight too.
slamming on somebody, something. Man, nah, it just sounds like they all bad. Like the toxic mama got a toxic dad who obviously they're not mature enough to make the
Yeah,
right decisions.
yeah.
Like at no point in time did you think this was not a good idea.
Nope.
Especially when it came to guns and be like, oh, you on house arrest, and then stuff just went left. It's like you didn't think somebody was gonna find out. Like you too famous to be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Not the
And
brightest crayon in the box.
still
or the
on
sharp.
parole with it too, bro. Still on parole. That's real shisty. Somebody said his name not Pooh trustworthy, so of course we expect him to do something shisty.
Yeah, that's some wild stuff, man.
Oh man. All right, family. We kind of getting close to the time it's time to go, family. So let's stop there. We're gonna save some videos for next week. All right, family. Next part of the segment, our newest segment, okay, family, and it is called Thoughts from the Pharaoh. And how does that go? Well, Thoughts from the Pharaoh goes like this. Every week, Israel and I will rotate and give you all our thoughts of that week. And it could be a Bible scripture, it could be encouragement, it could even be a rant. And to this week, it is Israel's turn to give you his thoughts. So Israel, take it away.
Man, there's so much to think about, so much to say. But I might do two different things. So one is it's another day to be great. And upon another day of being great, the thought of the Pharaoh is after a long, eventful weekend or week with whomever you're going to be spending your valuable time with, I believe it is important to take the next couple of days after for yourself. Okay. So, like, just like I was saying earlier, I spent the weekend a good 2 days with my motorcycle club and basically all day Saturday with them, all day Sunday with them. And I'm like, yo, this was good, but I am drained. I need to go back and recoup, restore, rest and restore and reassure and just reset my energy because I have been drained. There's times, even from church, from class, Bible class, a Saturday night service, Friday night service, Thursday choir service. It's like you're drained. Just like 4 days, 5 days of work, you're drained. 2 days, you need to reset or something like that. Just have time for yourself to regroup, reset, and restore for yourself. So then you can be able to come back renewed. Okay. And then the other side of what I got to say is, man, being the lender and not the borrower is great and all, but at a certain point in time, people, you got to stop asking the same people for money. Okay. It gets to a point in time where it's predatory. Okay. You keep on asking this person for money. Hey, can I borrow $40 here, $20 here, $50 there? And then you don't give it back the way that you got it, i.e., oh, they sent the cash out, but then you like, oh, I only got it in cash. What are you doing? It is to the point where you can't even be nice to people no more because they gonna ask you for some money, which is crazy. So stop asking people for money, okay? Especially all the time. Go to work more, put in more hours, go sell something, or stop smoking something, or drinking, stop drinking something, and you'll have some more money. And also, it's crazy because some of the people who be asking for money, they be smoking and drinking a lot. Like if they wasn't smoking and drinking so much, they would have the money that they're asking for. Yes, I am disturbed. And also, man, I was like, man, yeah, back to the original statement. Being a lender and not a borrower is good, but it has gotten to the point where I'm like, Lord, let this person have their own money so they can stop asking me because I need my own money now so I can do what I want with it. Okay, I don't want it. Being a lender was cool, but I would rather be the stacker right now. Let me stack and build for myself because lending out to these people who keep on borrowing is it's nah. It's just like they say, Lord, he put me on a strong soldiers list. I want to be on a strong soldiers list. Like I need to here go the money list and keep it as yours, stack it, and don't give it out. That's it. That's my thought. Those are my rants for this week.
All right, that's your thoughts. Hey, I agree with that. I hate when people beg. Oh my god. Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
god. Begging
It's
is
like again,
something, bro.
man.
Begging make me like not want to talk to a person.
Yeah, it made me stop hitting them up. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna hit them up at all. I can't even say what's good.
Yeah.
Nope,
I can't even say what's good.
nope. Like I sent somebody a snap, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Yo, man, let me hold." Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, "What the what?" I'm done snapping. Like, nah, I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to see you. Nah.
Yeah, I don't like women that beg. To me is like that's the new hustle.
Women
Like,
that big, but also it ain't just women. It be
yeah, I
men
mean
too.
the
Like,
guys too.
yo,
Yeah, the guys too.
yeah, like,
Yeah, I
dude.
remember. I remember. I'm not gonna say who this is, but I remember a person who used to ask me for money, and they had 2 jobs, and I was like, "You got 2 jobs. Why are you still asking to borrow money?
Right.
Maybe
Horrible.
go need a third one, man."
Need the third one. You need to stop doing something, stop smoking something, and give up a habit or something. Like,
That's another thing too. A lot of people don't think about is your recreational alcohol and drug use will keep you broke.
oh
Stop
yeah.
buying so much weed and
Hmm.
stop buying so many bottles, and you might have some money.
Yes, that part, man. That part.
And also, and this for a couple of other people, stop tricking so much too. All right, fellas.
Hmm,
Well,
hmm,
women too. Women will trick a little bit too. That's so them the
hmm.
3 things. Stop smoking weed, stop drinking so much, and stop tricking so much. Okay. Tell your significant other or your little woot the woot or your little yeah, I ain't got it. I'm don't it's enough. It's gonna be enough
Right,
for me, dog.
right. I'm like, man, I don't even want to answer nobody no more. I ain't answering on the first phone call. You better. I got to change my voicemail too. Be like, yo, I got to change it up so it'll verify the reason I'm not answering. Because 9 times out of 10, I might be on my motorcycle, so I ain't gonna be able to answer. So shoot me a text message. Yeah,
For sure.
that's it.
Well, family, that will do it for episode 81 of the Pharaohs podcast. I'm your host, Solomon, and you can join me or follow me on Facebook at Solomon Walker. You can follow me on Instagram at CJ Walker 103. And if you want to get your book published, if you got a great idea and you feel like you need to go and tell the world, you can email me at cwalker1582 at gmail.com, and we could definitely, get you published out here so the world can recognize your art. You can also find me on the Pharaohs podcast at gmail.com. Israel, where can people find you?
You can find me at the trap. It's going down. You can find me on my email, johnatl621 at gmail.com, or my website, jonathanjohnson621.com. It has been down recently, but it is in the works. And you can find me at the Pharaohs podcast at gmail.com. Send us your questions, comments, concerns. Is it disrespectful? Or something, like and
Yeah.
subscribe, share the podcast, go back and rewatch, re-listen. And if you
Man.
can't join us on Monday night,
Uh-huh.
Tuesdays
Yes, sir.
on Spotify. Yeah. Pharaoh's podcast is on Spotify on
Shout
Tuesdays.
out again to the Spotify listeners. Our numbers are going up on Spotify. Shout out, bro. Shout out. Hey, we
Yeah.
getting out here. We gonna blow up some more. We're gonna blow up some more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make sure that we get an authentic following and audience. I don't want to put AI to stuff and we out here faking like some of y'all
Yeah,
favorite
we got
streamers.
bots, man.
Ooh, some of y'all
Mm,
favorite streamers been buying bots. Ooh. But anyway.
mm.
But definitely, shout out to the Spotify listeners again. I was just thinking about this. Did you know, first of all, did you know that Kanye West got a new album out?
Yes, I did. I heard it actually,
Yeah.
but I ain't
I've
know
been
until
listening to it.
somebody else told me. But some of it's pretty decent. I got to give
Yeah.
it another hear. Usually I hear an album once just to hear it, see how it sound. Then the
Mhm.
second, just to really pay attention. And if I like it for real. But it was
Yeah,
pretty decent.
I've
First
been
listen.
listening to it too. I gotta finish it myself, but he been going nuts at his concerts he been having. They've been
Yeah,
sold out too. He made
it was 33 billion or 43 sold out.
million. Yeah. It's been sold out. He only been at two times already, and then he's going to overseas to London, or somewhere else in
Yeah,
July.
he getting that money.
They said they've been loving his presentation, and I wish I would have known he was gonna be on concert somewhere. I would have went to see him live just for the experience of
Oh yeah,
his
you
artistry. Yeah,
got
so
to, man.
and family, like I said at the top of the show, Mondays with Makita is every Monday on TikTok. SUGABOLLY Sugar Bally. Every Monday around, I want to say like 4:05, 4:10 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is Chicago time, and then Eastern Time, which is Atlanta time, would be 5 p.m. All right, family. Anything else, Israel, before we get out of here?
Nah, join us next time
All
on the
right.
Pharaohs podcast.
All right, y'all. Peace.